Hi there. Welcome to Encompass Yourself. My name is Kelly McKinstry and I'm your transformational guide. So for today's video, I want to talk about the intense energies that we're all experiencing right now and to kind of help you make sense of that and what it is that we're feeling and what it is that we're being asked or why is it showing up for us. So I think we all are having the feeling right now where we're kind of on the edge. It's like we have this sort of a little bit of anxiety, or these intensity is sort of ramping up. Like we know something is happening or about to happen. Something big is about to happen, but we aren't sure exactly what that is, right? So we are being triggered individually and in our own ways. So how that is kind of playing out, we want to pay attention to, first of all, how, what is that emotion that is coming out of us, right? Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it despair? Is it overwhelm? What is it? And where are we feeling it? And what exactly is being triggered? Now, generally, it is some sort of core wound that has not been healed. And a lot of times that is from our childhood or some sort of trauma that we have experienced that we haven't really healed yet, right? And we tend to the things that are uncomfortable, or if they don't make sense to us, or if they're too painful, or if we feel like we don't have a choice, or whatever it is, why that hasn't got healed now is really giving us an opportunity. So the universe is so magnificently, divinely created, orchestrated, right? And we are so connected to the earth and the cycles, and and the planets and all of these things, right? So our we're being asked now, the way that it's this undeniable emotions that are beginning to erupt in us or making us uncomfortable in some way, that is asking us to look at them. So if we look at the cycles of the seasons that is happening right now, we're entering into Scorpio season, right? Or we're actually in Scorpio season right now. We kind of moved into that on the 23rd, and I think it's like 26th or something like that today. 25th, 26th. I don't know. Anyway, we're into Scorpio. So when we think about Scorpio, the Scorpio season, it marks fall. And for any of us who are living in a place where we get to experience all four seasons, what does fall represent, right? It is the changing of guards, right? It is a clear shift in the seasons. We're entering fall. Fall is asking us to pay attention. That's why it's so colorful and beautiful. It's asking us to sort of pay attention, right? If we don't, when we're out in nature, or if we don't go out in nature, we can't see it and we can't appreciate it. And even when we're out in nature, if we don't engage in it and, get off of our electronics or, whatever, and look up into the trees and see this beauty that nature has created for us, then we miss the colors. We miss, the whole changing and the magnificence that this universe and this planet is giving us to pay attention to. So when we relate that to Scorpio or Scorpions, it is Scorpios or the Scorpion season is all about transformation. It is all about death and rebirth, right? And when we know that when we look at the trees in the fall, and even though, they are beautiful in color, we know that they're in the process of dying, right? It's their last burst of energy before the rest, right? Before the next changing of season, right? So we know it marks the starting of the death process, right? So Scorpios being in transformation, or their transformational selves, if you observe a Scorpion, if you know any Scorpios, when you watch them in a crowd, there's generally, they're pretty quiet. They'll sit back and they watch. Scorpios seem to be, they're sort of a mystery to people, a lot of people, or they think, Scorpios may be smug, or, they're above all else, or whatever, or they're calculating, they're judging you, they're getting ready to sting you, but that's not the truth. Scorpios are quiet, not because of judgment, they're observing, and they're in retrospect, right? They are seeing what's going on, and there are when we are quiet, when we think about how that is useful to all of us, when we get quiet and we listen, it gives us an opportunity to have discernment, right? When we're constantly talking or doing, we can't reflect on what is going on in our surroundings. So with this high intensity of this energy right now, it's something, whatever it is that's being triggered, it is your higher self or your team or whoever, that is working with the planets, right, to get you to pay attention with what is going on inside of you. You're being asked to be quiet and see what it is that what's that core wound? What are you continually being poked with? What is the pain? What is the, whatever it is, it could be, you've just been putting off some sort of responsibilities or something, and now you're overwhelmed by it, and you're bothered and will be triggered by that. So again, it's going to be triggered in various ways for us, but we are being asked to be quiet and go within and take a look at what that is. Right. So again, Scorpios, they are, Pluto is their ruler, one of their rulers, which is, the god of the underworld, right? So Scorpios are not afraid to go into that deep, dark depth of our inner stuff and take a look at that, because they know the richness in the soil that exists from being able to go into that, and that's where the real transformation can start to take place. So other things that are going on planetarily that is in divine timing with this Scorpio season, is Uranus and in Taurus, right? In it's showing or asking us, to look at what we love and value, and where Venus's placement is at right now too. So those, that with Taurus and those other planets, it's all about connecting, right? It is connecting, it's relationships, it's relating and asking us to look at, again, what do we love and value? And we cannot make room to bring in, Uranus, this is electrical, it's crazy making, it's fast, right? So it's pushing hard for you to look at what you love and value and what you have not healed to this point. And when you take time to do that, you will make room for what you love and value, right? So just, take it easy on your time. It is a time to not be reactive with the triggers, but pause. It's asking you to pause to say what is being triggered, and especially if the people that you are surrounded by, you love and value them, you don't want to continue, to sting them or zap them, right? That's not. It just keeps us on that wheel of not being able to heal, right? So I encourage you to pause, right? Pay attention what is being triggered, and love and value yourself first of all. And when you love and value yourself, and when you really get to know yourself, it will be so much easier for you to relate to people, to not be so reactive, and clearing out or healing your core wounds, because we cannot heal what we have not seen and what we don't know. So, we can only do better when we know better. So, when we reflect and we see what those are and heal those and love and nurture ourselves, then we have a better understanding and we're more capable of having, compassion and kindness for others. And that will make room and bring in all the connections and the beautiful things that are wanting to come into your life right now. So we're going to have, Jupiter entering Sagittarius pretty soon. So, so there are some huge gifts that will come from that as well. So, I'm not saying that this work of self-reflection and looking in, is easy. What I am saying is that it is absolutely worth it. So love and value yourself first, and go out and encompass yourself with yourself. Okay, until next time, be well.